satellite. Body love in every size. Feel the vibe and energize. No shame, no fear, just joy. Every curve we deploy. Hit play, let's make some noise. Oh, Chubs go wild. Living free, living style. Turn it up, turn it loud. Chubs gone wild. Big hearts, big love, big dreams. Breaking molds, tearing seams. Together we're the ultimate team. Oh, Chubs go wild. Feel the pride, feel beguiled. This is us unreconciled. Chubs go wild.
Thank you.
Hey there, and welcome to a fabulous Chubs Gone Wild. It's episode 629, recorded on Monday, February 16th, 2026, where it is 66 degrees, and that is not correct because it is cold and rainy outside. So, yeah. How are you doing with the rain? Any melting?
No, I have not been out in it, but
Uh,
I do like to go out and stand in the rain and sing.
well, you know what? You're not alone because I have a little neighbor who likes to do that too, but he doesn't do it in quite such a regal looking, you know, blanket as you are wearing right now.
Well, I wouldn't take that out because it's electric. Um, no, I usually do my rainy day songs.
On Mondays?
No, no, when it rains.
Well, it's a rainy day and Monday.
I know, but
Come on.
that's not, if it's what if tomorrow? What am I going to sing tomorrow? Nothing? No, I sing
You know
rainy
that
day
today is
songs.
Monday, right? Okay.
Oh, you're exhausting.
Just checking, rain on me. All right. Hey, it's 48 days until Easter.
I think
200.
that's lean on me, not rain on me.
No, Gaga's rain on me.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, you're not up with the Mother Monster. It's also 257 days until Halloween and 312 until Christmas. So, and I've already purchased my first Christmas gift to give away. It's absolutely lovely.
No, it's good because it'll be very to
Come
the
quickly.
moment. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna have mine done early this year, like June. So anyway, hey, affirmations. Let's take a moment and center ourselves and feel very good and say, I honor my body for carrying me through love and life, or life with love, depending on how you want to read it.
We on our body just to move around the house.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have somebody to honor your body there.
Yeah, yeah.
Take off that electric blanket and give you some electric love. All right. Patreon offers folks a way to support creators and receive rewards not open to the general public, like special podcasts, videos, books, and more. And we want to thank our amazing current patrons: Clint, Nephi, Nick, DJ Stosage from the Univaz, Eric, Sean, Charles, Phoenix, Dave, Kingsley, Kathy Bacon, Moose P. Please visit patreon.com/Matt Burlingame to find out how you can join our little family for as little as $1 a month. And now let us traverse back into history and find out what happened upon this day years ago. In 1804, U.S. Navy Lieutenant Stephen Decatur leads a daring raid to burn the captured USS Philadelphia during what? Seriously, burn it? Huh. During the First Barbary War. I remember it well. 1923, archaeologist Howard Carter opened the sealed tomb of King Tutankhamun in Egypt for the first time. In 1951, Soviet leader Joseph Stalin criticized the U.S., the United Nations, calling it a tool of aggressive war. In 1959, Fidel Castro was sworn in as Prime Minister of Cuba after overthrowing Batista. In 1968, the first official 911 emergency call is placed in the United States. It was coming from within the house. Also in 68,
Dude, he's not funny. But
are you done? The
are
Tet
you?
Offensive, I'm gonna be done in a minute. The Tet Offensive in Vietnam creates hundreds of thousands of new refugees. Well, it's not good. In 1984, Bill Johnson becomes the first American to win the Olympic gold for downhill skiing. And in 2005, the NHL canceled the entire season due to a labor dispute, a first for U.S. major sports leagues.
Oh, that was such a good year.
I know, right? Poor Gretzky. He's probably retired by then, but all right. Oh, God, who? All right, notable birthdays. We had LeVar Burton from Star Trek, and we had John McEnroe, the tennis champion, and we had The Weeknd, who was born in 1990, which made me feel a little sad. All right, and we also had notable deaths. Sadly, in 2024, this is the anniversary of the Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, who was killed in prison, allegedly. All right. We have some holidays that we got to figure out if we bother to celebrate today. Oh, I bet you celebrated this one. Cream Bun Day. Did you get your buns creamed? No? Oh. Well, that's only in Iceland, so we're okay. We're safe. Do a grouch a favor. I'm here for you. Um, let's see. International Syra Day. Okay. Kyoto Protocol Day. Don't know what that is. National Almond Day. Did you have any almonds?
No.
Oh, me neither. And then we have National Innovation Day. President's Day? I don't know that one. We also have Shrove Monday, and which is celebrated 48 days before Easter. Interesting. Oh, and we have Tim Tam Day. Have you had any Tim Tams lately?
No. Now, does that make so is tomorrow Fat Tuesday?
I don't know, but it would be if we had some Tim Tams, you know what I'm saying? Because I'd eat those things right up. Well, that's pretty much some lame holidays for today. But what isn't lame is the birthdays that we celebrate, including, well, I don't have any for today, but we do have some upcoming birthdays, including Jacqueline, John, Michael, Tommy, Larry, Lexi, oh my, Mila from the Transponder podcast. We have JT Sandra, a dear friend of yours from the theater days, and Renee. And there's one other, and I can't really pronounce this one. I'm going to give it a try. Michael Sage. Oh, yes, Michael Sage. He's going to be old in just a few days. Wonder what he's doing for his birthday.
Well, I like the way that you keep calling people old when you
Yes, yes,
you
go
are as
for it.
old as you are.
He's just a tinge older, but yeah,
Well,
pretty
you
much.
know
And that's what makes it fun to call them old.
what always gets me is
Yeah.
when they go, "Oh, you know what today is?" Or what? Let's take a look back at the top 50 songs that are now
Oh my
50
God.
years old,
Yeah.
which means 1976.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scary.
Oh. Well, I always like those ones where they're like, what is it? The one today is as close to 2000 blah 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 as it was when we were born in blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't need to know that. I really don't need to know that. Moving on. But I'm aging gracefully, as you are. But now we have some chub hugs to send out. Please begin.
Oh no,
Oh yes.
no.
Yes, I am. I would like you to begin so that I don't duplicate anything.
Okay, well, I'd like to send out chub hugs to all of those women standing behind Pam Bondi, who
Oh
she
my
would not look at and apologize for not doing her job.
Abso-fucking-lutely. That is a great chub hug. Yeah. So, how about anybody that has had to wa who watches the political shows on YouTube that we do? We love the iHip and the Keith Edwards, everything, and had to watch clip after clip after clip of Pan Bondi and her annoying voice just say the stupidest shit over and over and over. You know what? I don't know why, but it makes me not, I don't want to use the word angry, but I will, for lack of a better term, angrier with the women than even the guys.
Well, they make me angry too, but it's just the Mean Girls
Mm-hmm.
thing, and it was weird because I was going to start referring to them as Mean Girls, and then I realized that everyone's referring to them as Mean Girls. I just hadn't heard yet,
Uh,
but yeah, it's just they're just horrible people, and it's Bondi, it's Christy Nome, and
uh-huh.
it's Lion Lovett.
Yep. And who's the other one? There's one other one that we have to throw in there. Um, how can I forget her? I don't know, but there's four of them.
Melania.
No, I mean
But
she
she's kind
is,
of
but
cunty.
she's a whole different, you know, she's not
Well,
really doing his bidding.
somebody brought up the point. She's been in this country 40 years and she can barely speak the language.
No, the Donald tells me I don't have to speak the language. I just have to suck the dick. Anyway, yeah, well, we all have our levels of learning. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on then to feedback, where
Wait, you didn't give any chub hug.
to everybody that had to watch all those clips and listen to that woman's annoying fucking voice.
That was mine, basically.
No, no, you had a
Okay.
wonderful chub hug, which was those women. Though I'm sorry, but those victims are so brave to come forward and to be seen and to go through all that, and for her to just, ugh,
See, I don't consider them brave anymore. I just consider them, like they're like
righteous.
champions.
Yeah, they
you
are.
know and it's
Truly are.
because they can sit there and say, well, because you heard the latest bullshit that they're doing, which
Mm,
is they've got all the stuff on that, all redacted stuff
mm-hmm.
on four computers I don't know if it's in the White House or if it's in the
Mm-hmm.
Congress.
Skiffs.
It's available 9 to 6 Monday through Friday,
Mm-hmm.
only four computers, and and then they're also looking to see they're watching what
They're
you're
monitoring
looking
what
at.
they're looking at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so gross,
Mm-hmm.
just so gross. But the thing is that all those women, all they have to do is say, okay, this is who we know was there, and this is the ones that, because they have Janis Joplin on the list now
Right. Yeah.
because
And
somebody
Marilyn
probably
Monroe
made
and
made
yeah.
reference to, wow, I really like Bette Midler's Rose. That's based on Janis Joplin. So now Janis Joplin's on the
Mhm.
Epstein list. By the way, I checked. You and I are not on the Epstein list.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
currently, we are
Oh,
currently not on the Epstein list.
no, we might be on the watch list for other things soon. But no, the even our former mayor Daryl Steinberg ended up being on the list apparently. At least that's one of the Facebook posts that I read today.
but
But
that's
not for, but from what I understand, not for actually doing anything, but just a mention from like being in an article.
right. Or it could say, Epstein could go, oh, I'm going to go to uh, California. I'm flying into Sacramento.
Hmm.
Isn't that who's the mayor there? Oh, he's a Republican. I'll have to avoid him, and that gets him in the Epstein list.
Yeah, exactly.
It's ridiculous. I mean, ugh. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah.
I get it. All right, let's get on to some happier news though, and jump into our feedback where Mr. Moose wrote in and said, "I'm so sorry. I completely forgot to enter your contest. I would have been an honor to be your Valentine. Hugs. But you didn't, Blanche. You didn't enter the contest. But you can be our Valentine anyway. We got bookings for next year open already. So, but yes, and congratulations again to Ms. Kathy Bacon, who is our Valentine's winner and posted a photo on her Facebook of the wonderful Valentine's love that we sent her, which was a giant bag of Hershey's Kisses. Oh my. And it had peanuts characters on the bottom of them. It was very sweet. So, yeah. Well, now it's time to bring it down a little bit, get a little serious, because we had some really surprising and sad celebrity deaths this time.
Oh, we're already there?
Yeah, girl.
We are breezing through.
I know.
Okay, first one up.
Amazing.
Harold and Maude star Bud Cort
Mm.
died at 77 years old after a long illness. I'm not sure. I did not check this. I should have checked it. But they said one article I read said that Bud Cort died the same age as Ruth Gordon was when they made Harold and Maude.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, which was, huge, huge.
Yes.
Um, let's see, James Vanderbeek, actor best known for Dawson's Creek. He died at 48 years old,
Mm.
and we had been um, watching him for the past few months, where he was on like The Masked Singer, and he was he was going for it the last few
Yeah.
months that he had, and I thought that was kind of honorable. So good for him. And he went out and bought a home for his family, a ranch, to make sure that they're taken care of. He
Good.
sounds like a really good guy.
Yeah.
And finally, today we just found out that Robert Hall, best known for Oscar-winning Tender Mercies. He was nominated for roles such as The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, The Great Santini. He was 95 years old. I remember it was back in the late 70s. I was at the theater, and the assistant manager of the theater that I worked at, he uh, he said, "Hey, I got a call from the guy over at Century, which is the Arden Fair one now, the Cinemark."
Mm.
Um, and he goes, "We're having a late night showing of Apocalypse Now, which is opening. I think it was opening the next day. It may have been opening a few days later." And so there was 8 people there, the two of us. Um, not Brian McMartin. What am I saying? No, it was the big. He was a movie critic. Um,
Oh.
Fat.
Yes. Chris something?
No, no, no. What?
No.
I can't think of
Alan?
his. What? Alan? Stop
Alan?
just
I
calling
don't
him.
know.
Anyway, but there was the guy from Cinemark, and there were a couple, and the two critics in town were there,
Mm.
and it was like just this empty theater, because they had the beautiful domes at the time.
Right.
So I got to see it the night before, not realizing that I was going to end up being a reviewer and seeing everything before for nearly 20 years. But I just remember the scene on the beach where they come in with the helicopters and the music's blaring and they're dropping napalm everywhere, and it's
Oh,
just
yes.
and he gets out and he walks over and he goes, he goes, I love that smell. Um, it's
Napalm in
the
the
smell of
morning or
napalm in the
something.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of victory. And I'm paraphrasing there, but I just remember that scene out of all the whole movie. It was like that was one of and it was his performance. It If you did it wrong, if you acted that wrong, it wouldn't have been the same thing. So
Right.
yeah, and you look at he was in a lot of Oscar winners and a lot of Oscar nominees. He had quite a career. And if I remember right, at one point, him, I think it was Gene Hackman and Dustin Hoffman all lived in the same apartment in New York.
Oh, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah. And I think it was the three of them. I know it was Dustin Hoffman. I'm pretty sure it was Duvall. And I may be wrong on Gene Hackman, but they were all struggling actors in the 60s.
Hmm.
And it was funny because they would be one of them worked night shifts, so he was never home until the morning, and they were back and forth trying to get jobs and stuff. So it's just it's weird to think um, that actors knew each other before they became famous.
Right. Yeah.
That there was like a mixing, like some of these people who go, well, I can see if you went to Hollywood High, that you knew a bunch of, because Jamie Lee Curtis and all
Hmm.
the actors' kids were there. But if you're in like some bumfuck place in Iowa and you got two major stars that came from one high school, that's really weird. So I love when they're kind of mixed like that. It's fun.
Hmm.
Sorry. Okay.
Hmm.
Let me tell you about my week. Okay, first of all, oh my God, shut up. My Apple thing is
Oh, is that what that was?
talking.
I was like,
Yeah.
gee, I thought your other ghost left.
Yeah, it was weird being called out by a
Ghost.
speaker.
Yeah.
Okay, watching the pit this season, just started up back in January. It is, I mean, it's still good, but boy, the novelty really has worn off, or they're not bringing enough intensity to the show as they did the first season. I'm not
Okay.
sure. It may be something that builds up, but Noah Wiley is still just, it's not that he's gorgeous, it's just he's so wonderful. I mean, he's
Hmm.
good looking too, but
Yeah.
his character is so wonderful. I love it because this is his last day before he goes on sabbatical.
Uh-huh.
And his sabbatical is what he's doing is he's riding his motorcycle up to Canada, and of course they're in Pittsburgh. He's driving it up to Canada. I guess he's like going towards the West Coast or something. And everybody says the same thing. Oh my God, you're gonna die. And
Wow.
I mean, everybody, one guy comes in, he's a motorcycler, and they go, oh yeah, talk to our chief of staff. He's ready to go on motorcycle up to Canada. Oh, really? Yeah, that sounds great. I'd love that. And this guy's got like his knee has been split open,
Uh,
and they're working on it. And he's going, yeah, I ride motorcycles because he just got this on a motorcycle.
uh,
And I'm just like, because I am so anti-motorcycle just because the people I know that have been on motorcycles have gotten hurt. I've never had anybody die on a motorcycle, but I've had some people I know get very damaged.
I've had two family members who got very hurt from
Yeah.
motorcycles. Yeah.
So, RuPaul this week was they had to do political. They split up into teams and did political commercials. But it was political commercials like we want to add C to LBT. Okay,
LGBT.
LGBT. Blah 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 blah. They were going to add
Uh-huh.
C because clowns should be part of the gay community, and so
They're too busy
just
being Republicans.
things like that. So it was a
Yeah.
pretty funny episode. Actually, it's weird because everybody really kind of stood up. There was only a couple that were, yeah. One just didn't know what she was. She didn't understand the project, which was one person is for it, the other person's against it,
Hmm.
and you've got to do a skit based on that, and you with a character, and you're by yourself, and so it was interesting. It was fun though, but I was really happy, and then that we started talking about that there's no real mean queen. I mean, there's some people that are kind of behind the scenes, be pulling shit, but it's
Hmm.
not like you got one person that's just antagonizing everybody and pissing everybody off. Oh wait,
Right.
she left week two. Maybe that's who that was going to be. But it's interesting when you don't have the person that's ruining the show for you. You know,
Right.
we don't have
Yeah.
that right now, so that's nice. Um, let's see. So I'm watching Evil and Big Mouth, and what's interesting about this is that Evil I only saw the one time when it came out originally.
Hmm.
When I was watching it episodically, and then Big Mouth they brought out a new season every year, so we have only seen this final season once. So we're watching the um, final season of both episodes that I've only seen once. So Sean's like, "You've already seen this," and I'm going, "I saw this years ago, episodically, drunk after you went to bed. You can't hold me for because I'm like going, oh my God, he needs to do this. You know what's going on. Well, that's not even what happened, but it was like, but it's interesting going back and watching a show that you only saw once and reliving like, oh my God, this is great. I
Yeah.
forgot all about this. On Evil, what happened was the this woman who's the grandmother of the Antichrist. She said that she's the grandmother of the Antichrist because they took her daughter's um, egg and implanted it with evil, and so the Antichrist is there. Well, to get back at the people who are treating her like shit, because they're one tried to kill her, and they're so she took the baby. She got a hold of the baby, took it to the church, and had it baptized, and then put the baptism note on the guy's door, who's the bad guy, and so he realizes now that they have washed the Antichrist from the baby now. And it's like, fuck. Oh my God, he's gonna be so dead. I can't wait to find out what happens. Okay, having a good time. Let's see, moving on. Traders. Um, yeah, traders. Yeah, it's kind of fun this time because they're kind of stupid. The faithful aren't catching on very well. They go, somebody said this, so I'm pretty sure that they're a traitor. And it's like, okay, they said they really wanted to have salmon with their breakfast. How does that make them a traitor? It's like they keep coming up with these weird things oh, I think they're the traitor now. It's like, okay, you people are dumb. But it makes
Hmm.
it more fun because the weird thing is you root for the traitors. You're not rooting for the faithful. You want the faithful to die and move
Uh,
on and have the traitors win,
hmm.
or at least that's how I'm looking at it. I don't know if I should talk to other people about the traitors and go,
Yeah.
wait, who are you rooting for?
I do know our friend Clint is enjoying it.
Okay, okay, I'll give him a call. Beast Games. Um, the latest episode, which you were upset because they're in Saudi Arabia now. But you know what I thought was interesting that I don't know if you caught.
Oh,
Um,
yes. Go ahead.
you, oh, that he said, so we're moving to Saudi Arabia. Remember, these people have been together for 30 days in this in the city that they build.
Hmm.
30 days is a long time on these kind of shows, and they don't do that much, so they really get connected. Because
Yeah.
I was sitting there going, why would people give up their opportunity to win big money to people that they don't know? And it's because they are honestly getting fucked up with the just being together.
Right. Yeah.
It's almost like like what do you call that? It's when you start believing the guy who's holding you hostage.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. It's kind of like Stockholm syndrome, but reversed.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
anyway, I
I was
thought,
really surprised when he said that because these shows like the baking championship shows, they're like, "Oh, this week's up, this week's, and oh yes, from week to week." And I'm like, "Girl, it was yesterday. Come on."
yeah. Well, even RuPaul's Drag Race, they filmed the entire series in less than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So 30 days, especially when they're down to nobody. And I guess a
Um,
lot of it had to do with the fact that they had to fly to Guam. No, not Guam. Where Fiji, where they
mm,
did the Survivor thing. So right
right.
there, that had to take a few days.
Right.
So yeah, it's interesting. Um, and I'm finding that the it's really psychologically fucking these people up.
Yeah, and unfortunately we didn't really see that. So until he said that, I was like, "Oh, okay, that explains a little bit more why they're like, oh, he's my ride or die, and I'm so," and I'm like, "Girl, you known him like what, 4 days? Come on, chill
Right,
out."
right.
So,
But the other thing is that um, like with the $100,000 or the $1 million thing, where they
oh yeah.
10 people, they
Yeah.
all went in going, "We'll each take $100,000. That's
Mhm.
great," and then they didn't do it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and and it's interesting. It's interesting because everybody was like, "Oh no, nobody better dare take more or less than $100,000," and then we
Mhm.
all win. And it's like, oh no, that's not going to happen. And it's
Right.
kind of
I was surprised that the even the last person got as much as they did.
right. Well, that was only because you had some people that were very, very, selfless in
Yeah.
that. So interesting, all very interesting. Um, let's see. Next, done with the boyfriend. Oh, I wanted to repeat. I know I said that before, but I was really just disappointed in how how bored I got
Mhm.
when they're getting along.
Yeah.
Um, Also, Queer Eye is done. I didn't realize there was 5 episodes.
Same. Okay, literally same. When you asked me if I had finished it, I'm like, no, I still have like 3 episodes, 4 episodes to go. And when I went back to finally start watching them, there was only 5 episodes. I had no idea. So yes, I finished it, and I'm fine. At first I was really sentimental about it, and I'm like, I really hate that it's ending because it's such a good show. But after I had like a week or so away from it, I'm kind of like, I'm okay. Maybe if they reboot it with a few new people or something, because they do
Yeah, yeah. I
some
think
really
that's the.
wonderful things, but
I
I'm
think you
ready.
need to. The guys, they need to. It's like I don't want to. Como
Drama,
Kami. Yeah, I'm
drama.
tired. I'm tired of him.
Yeah.
Of course, I hate Anthony.
Anthony,
Um,
I know. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I would be perfectly fine to keep the new guy,
Mm.
and keep Jonathan, but you could even get rid of Tan. He's kind
So,
of, he's kind of, it's so funny because on Big Mouth, when they were on Big Mouth,
mhm.
they, Tan was like the most irritated one. And that's like, and now I'm watching it where it's not the cartoon, it's real life, and I
Yeah.
realize he's kind of a bitch. He's kind of the
He's very fastidious and he has his own little like OCD issues and stuff like that. So yeah, he's all yeah, I get that. Yeah.
yeah. Um, so last week's Night of the Seven Kingdoms was a filler. This is
Oh.
not the one for this week. I haven't watched this week's one, but last week's one was like, I don't care. I don't care. Make something happen. Nothing's happening. Why is nothing happening?
Hmm.
It's over. Okay, great. Okay, whatever.
Huh.
So hoping for this week's episode to be better. We saw another episode of Bridgerton, um, which is Bridgerton.
Mhm.
Um, and still following the whole Cinderella thing. They've got a really good evil stepmother, and I think it's gonna be a fun show. And then finally, we said let's watch a movie that we haven't seen in a while. So
Hmm.
we ended up watching The Mummy,
Which Brendan Fraser one?
Brandon Fraser one.
Okay.
Oh, wow, what a terrible show.
And yet my
Entertaining
mom
in a
loves those.
sense,
Yeah. I
but it is so. First of all, hate the brother character,
yes.
because it's like I mean I kind of got where they were going with him, but he went from ridiculous drunk loser
Mhm.
to being Brandon Fraser's second,
Yeah.
and that just uh, in these kind of shows that just does not work.
No, you have
And
to have a really strong story arc to get to that.
Yeah, and the girl is horrible. I don't know why they're bringing her back because they're making a third one now with them.
I believe there was already a third one. I think they're
No,
making
the
a
third one
fourth one,
was
right?
with The Rock as the Scorpion King.
Right.
Had nothing to do with those people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they're well, of course, it could be all an AI lie. I don't know, but
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
I
So
hope they don't bring the brother back.
yeah.
Um, and I mean, God damn it, if Indiana Jones, I mean, Harrison Ford can do Indiana Jones in his 80s, then Brandon Fraser can do it in his 60s.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And just you, it's interesting because I was watching it going, wow, this could have gone wrong in a whole lot of ways. If you know, if the music was different, if the way
Mhm.
they were editing, there's so many them. Brandon Fraser's trying to do the funny lines,
Mhm.
bullshit. I hated the fact that the drunk brother, was constantly calling the fat guy smelly. And
Yeah.
and I mean there was a lot of terribly racist stuff in it.
And base humor and
Yeah, yeah.
not even funny. It's just like cheap shots that I guess if you're had a few beers and you like that, great.
Well, and it was 25 years ago. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I can see where that might have got well, because we look back. I mean, you look back at the Bewitched, and you're like going, all the guys are, except for Darren, are grabbing ass whenever they fucking can. What
Uh-huh.
kind of TV show is this? Well, it was
Right.
the 60s, and that's what men did.
Yeah, but I mean
So,
when Larry would like be like, "Oh, you sly dog, you're cheating on Samantha, you sly dog." And
yeah,
it's like,
and
"What?"
it's they're laughing like he's getting away with it.
Yeah.
And that's but then you look at that and you go, well, no wonder Donald Trump thinks that he could have watched Bewitched and got all his mannerisms from Larry.
Yep. Yeah,
So, I
honestly.
thought, yeah, I just think it's really interesting especially when you go back and you look at stuff like that, and you're like going, "Wow, we have changed a whole lot." And then another thing, okay, I got super high a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
What happened was we were getting these things called senoritas, and they had 10 milligrams of of THC, and it was like a
Wow.
soda, a
Oh,
little
yeah.
soda. It was really
Mm.
nice. And then he bought a bunch of those, and then we ran out of them, and then they weren't on sale anymore. So he's been going out and getting these little bottles of stuff, and they're 100 milligrams of THC in a 12-ounce bottle, basically.
Whoa.
So think about in your can, there's
Uh,
100 milligrams. So
Jeez.
I think I took too much because I got super high. Not to mentioning I probably had a gummy, I was smoking a little weed, and we were drinking that. So I get to bed and I'm like, I went to bed when Sean went to bed because I was like, I don't want to sit out and freak out, in the living room.
Yeah.
So I went to bed and I'm lying there and I wasn't falling asleep, but what happened was I finally got to a point where I was starting to come down and
Uh,
I got to that sweet spot, but I'm not going to get up, so I'm just kind of in my mind there. And
yeah.
I thought I should write an article. I don't know who I'm writing this fucking article for, but I should write an article on how we need to stop talking about movie stars uh, to the point of where they are end all.
Yeah.
We sit there and we go, oh my God, you look back at Marlon Brando's Godfather. Okay, I still think you can go back and look at Carol Connor's Archie Bunker
Oh, yeah.
and say, that's a great performance,
Mm-hmm.
but it's devalued because there are 258 performances of that character where Godfather there was only one because he dies in the first one,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like I'm thinking this sucks that and then it's even worse for soap opera actors
Oh, yeah.
that they
It-
don't get the same kind of credit. I
yes.
mean, you go, well, look at how they act. Well, that's called soap opera acting. You
Right.
know, it's like when you go back and you look at the old act. What was it called? It was where they did on stage, and the girl was tied to the railroad tracks, and
Like the
got the
old
guy doing.
vaudeville stuff.
Yes, but
Yeah.
there's a term for it.
Oh.
But that kind of acting
Mm.
was different from all the other acting.
Yeah.
So, so soap opera acting may be a little over the top, maybe a little more, you know, unbelievable, but it's got its own place. And then you've got, television stuff. I look at Wiley on Pitt. He's
Mm.
fantastic. He walks through the scene and you would not say he's acting.
Right.
You'd say he's actually this character, and it's amazing. Um, but I think my article was all about how we don't give enough credit to stage and to television and soap opera acting that we give to movie acting, which
Mm-hmm.
and I've been watching this. Oh my God, I'm going on, and I'm not high.
It's okay.
Now I've been there's these things on YouTube, and they show you the worst movies of box office wise or critic wise of each year over,
Mm.
mostly it's been the 70s and 80s, and now we're getting into the 90s. But they come in, they go, well, so somebody thought that they could spend 38,000 $1 million on this, and then they show you what the movie was and how, and it ended up making less than $1 million. What a disaster. And I'm like, oh my God, these things sucked. And I just want, because I have like these wonderful memories of some of these movies, and they're going, yeah, good luck trying to find that on digital.
Uh,
They won't even release it. It's so bad.
oh,
And I'm
wow.
like, I got to break out my DVDs and my
Mm.
VHS because I have a lot of those that I liked.
Yeah.
And they were talking about Solar Babies, which
Oh.
and that it was such a bomb. even though it had a big cast. Mel Brooks
Yeah.
was the producer of it,
Yeah.
and it just didn't. But I loved the movie when it came out. I have the movie somewhere in the second bedroom, and it's like, and they're trashing it, just trashing it, and uh and so I've been having some fun. I don't know where that was leading to or from, but there you go. How's your week?
Solar Baby. Okay, it's funny that you mentioned that because I watched that a few years ago. Um, I I I really liked that film. I know it's horror. It's crazy, but I liked it.
Well, I mean, even if nothing else, the premise is they're traveling across the desert in skates.
Yeah.
How does that work? I mean, I think there were like trails or roads or something, but
Yeah.
still. And I just remember that one little kid, he could hear his echo and he's going, yee! And I always thought that was like a good point to get high.
Yeah, the little kid in it was always a little, it bothered me a little bit, but the rest of them, I mean, Jason Patrick back then, oh
Oh,
my,
I know. He was after Lost Boys, I was
yeah.
so in love. And now I've seen later pictures of him, and it's like, oh, okay. I thought he would have aged better, but
I don't know. Well,
yeah,
it's one of the things that you mentioned about that is, and I agree with, is about the acting quality because, like you said, that um, not Noah Wiley, walks through it and he is that character for you. You're not watching Noah Wiley do a scene. Well, that's one of the things about I don't know if I mentioned that I watched the final Mission Impossible finally a couple
I'm
weeks ago.
sorry.
I know. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna wrap this shit up so that
Well, not quickly.
I've done it. No. And that's the thing though, is that when I'm watching it, I'm watching Simon Pegg and all these other people, and I'm like, I'm believing their characters. And then there's Tom Cruise. Don't believe his character at all. It's Tom Cruise in a movie, and then all these other people that are characters. So, yeah, but I'm glad to be done with that. I have no interest in revisiting any of those. So this week I cleaned at my stepmother's. I got to see her and spend a little time with her and help clean her room and her bathroom and that type of thing and make her laugh. And she seems to be doing pretty well despite everything. So that was really nice. Um, and yeah, not other than that, not doing too much. I mean, ran a few errands and then focused on work and stuff at home. So, Beast Games, we talked about that. I have nothing else to report. Queer Eye, we talked about that.
Now,
Um,
did you like in Beast Games when they got to uh, Saudi
Saudi
Arabia and
Arabia.
they had all those cars?
I do like I thought the cars were very interesting and everything. I'm curious to see kind of where it goes with that. It's just that there's so much okay, the with whatever's going on in our government that seems to be connected to weird stuff, I'm always like, like Dubai, what's going on over there? But it's beautiful. I mean, the buildings and the cars and the cities and stuff tend to be really beautiful. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Then we have, okay, so Matinee Minutia, DJ and I recorded this weekend, the new one, which it was on a movie from 1965 called Inside Daisy Clover, which had, well, Christopher Plummer, who was also in Sound of Music that same year. And it had
Natalie Wood
Natalie Wood,
and
yes,
Robert
who
Redford.
oh yes, Robert Redford. I will say that Robert Redford was very, very handsome man in that one.
Well, and
He
he
was
played
only
a gay
20,
character.
he was 29. Actually, he wouldn't play the character until they labeled him bi. So he was supposed to be bi. However, what they then did is they went back without him knowing it, and they edited in that new line that Christopher Plummer said which basically made him just full on gay. So, um, yeah, he was unhappy with that, and his publicity manager, his or his yeah, his talent team basically said, "Please don't do this movie. You're going to destroy your career." Well, it didn't. Um, anyway,
Actually, I was watching reading an article about Harry Hamlin where he did
oh
Making
yes,
Love, and it did spoil his career.
it did. Yeah, he was lucky to get LA Law, I think it was. And so he had some sort of residuals coming in, but
Well, the thing was it destroyed his movie career. He was able to
mm,
move on to television and then
yeah.
marry Lisa Rinna.
Oh, that helped a lot, definitely. So speaking also that besides Natalie Wood and all that, who played Natalie Wood's mother was Ruth Gordon, who we just talked about in Harold and Maude. And she was wasted in that part, but she did it great because the mother was just an insane, card uh, uh, fortune telling type person on the pier. Anyway, Inside Daisy Clover. I know that it's supposed to be a classic and it's supposed to be this and that and the other thing, but it was basically the plot of it was supposed to talk about how horrible it was for young people and kids, especially in the Hollywood machine, because you were supposed to like completely lose your identity and you were just driven and owned by the studios and you did whatever you were told and everything. And this is how she was supposed to rebel and she was tomboyish, so she may have you know, been questionable. And then she somehow was supposed to fall in love with the gay guy, but the thing was, is it didn't show us that. It just showed us always being herself, always being miserable, and there was no connection or development or reason that we could see just watching the film without knowing how bad the studio stuff was back then. Without knowing that, it was just weird. And then she's 17. She's 15 when she gets picked. She's 16 going on 17 when she is supposed to marry Redford's character, who turns out to be gay, and she doesn't know it until he leaves her on the honeymoon in the middle of the desert to go off with some guy. But then when she gets all sad and melancholy about it, then Christopher Plummer, whose character is, I guess, supposed to be, I don't know, in real life, I think he was 35, but his character looked like he was about 45 or so, like grabs her and kisses her. And they're making it's just like it was so weird. And I know that we're also looking at it from our lens of today when we're looking at everything going on here and going, oh, girl, what's going on here? So, but I would, yeah,
I've
I
never
don't know.
seen it.
What?
I've never seen it.
Really? I thought you had. Okay, so you know what? If you want to go to prove me wrong, it's one of those things. Prove me.
I don't.
Okay.
See, the thing was I loved Natalie Wood,
Yes.
but she's a terrible actress.
That's funny.
Well,
Well,
not
of course, I
terrible,
think her best role was when she was in Miracle on 34th Street. So that's not saying much because she was a kid and,
but I mean, West Side Story, um, Inside Daisy Clover,
yeah.
all the stuff that she was doing was, I mean, it just is. She was the actress who wasn't acting the same way as everybody else.
Yeah, I can definitely
She
see
just
that.
seemed
Yeah.
a little off. I mean, she was gorgeous and she was really nice and a lovely person. I've been to her grave at Westwood Cemetery in
Oh.
Los Angeles. Um, just terrific. But one of her last movies, and I can't remember the fucking name of it, but she was working for a company that, and talk about, um, you know, like foresight. It
Hmm.
was a company that made this thing that you put on your head, this like you put on like your
Like a
headset,
beer. Okay.
And yeah, and then it had the VR thing,
Hmm.
and what happened was they were like at one point you put it on and somebody's riding a roller coaster and
Oh, okay.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and it was really cool, a really clever, cool idea because at that point no one was talking about this,
Hmm.
and the thing that got me was that the one of the engineers, what he did was he took the thing and recorded himself having sex with somebody. And then what he did was he looped it.
Huh.
And so what happened was he was on this continual, they found him and he was almost dead from being on this continual loop of having sex and orgasming, and then then he was orgasming and he was, yeah, it was really interesting.
Wow.
I thought, okay, so that's where porn's gonna go.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah.
right, and so I mean we are at that point right now that that movie had then, but I just remember that she was in the movie, and there was this one part where the one of the girl characters was in the bathroom, had run in the bathroom, and she's crying, and then a guy follows her, and another guy follows her, and then she follows, and they're trying to get the girl out of the bathroom, and she goes, "Excuse me, this is the ladies' room," and it's like, oh, what a terrible, terrible, terrible reading of that
Uh,
line. But it's what I remember about her most. So
okay. Yeah. All right. So that'll be out in a couple weeks. And then also I finally got a chance to watch the live action version of How to Train Your Dragon. And of course, I know it's, pretty much still for still and word for word and everything of the cartoon, and I was okay with it. I thought it was very fun. I got misty at the end. Yeah,
it was
very,
shocking how good it was,
yes.
compared, because you immediately go, you're watching the first like 15 minutes going, oh my God. Oh my God, this is the cartoon. They just took the cartoon and they just copied it completely. I mean, is it the same script? Oh my God. But before too long, you forgot about I hadn't seen the first movie in a while, which was helpful.
Yeah,
And I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was crazy.
yeah. I'm really glad.
But I did think it was funny that the father was the same father in both movies.
Uh, yeah, he was quite something. Let's see. And then so I watched that, and then I watched The Electric State on Netflix. That is the one with the woman that plays 11 in the Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Booby.
Yeah.
And then also Chris Pratt is in it. And then
Boo!
we have one of my favorite actors of all time. Now I can't remember his name. He's in freaking everything. Oh my gosh, I
Okay.
can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
What's something
Stanley
he's in?
Tucci. Stanley
Okay.
Tucci's in. But there were so many cameos in this. I mean, it was like every once in a while it would just be like, oh my God, that's Who's he was it? Yeah, and you just knew pretty much everybody that was in it. It was amazing, and it is a fun story. I would say that if you can get over, your hatred of Chris Pratt, who does not do a bad job
Boo!
in it, that's a really fun movie and worth the watch, worth just a good afternoon watch. And so yeah, basically it's, that robots become sentient, and um humans and robots kind of have a little war, but they're more cartoon-ish robots. So it's kind of an alternative starting in like 1950, the Disney stuff, when Disney became, popular for mechanical stuff. And it basically is kind of like an alternative timeline. But it's a good movie. Um, then let's see. I watched this movie also from 2020 called The Midnight Sky, which was a sci-fi film directed by George Clooney. It's on Netflix. It is basically about George Clooney's character discovers the planet that it can sustain us. So they build these big, these big, beautiful ships to go start a new colony, and then they come back and they're supposed to pick up more people and take them and go back and forth this way. And the one ship comes back and runs into all this meteor stuff, and they can't really talk to the Earth. And then when they get to the Earth, where only apparently George Clooney is left with this young girl, find out that the world has basically gone to war and blown itself up. So there's nothing for them to come back to. And then it becomes very cerebral as we find out that maybe the little girl isn't really a little girl, and maybe George Clooney is loony. And so, if you want to watch it, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I will say it was um, sets sci-fi, produced well, story kind of boring, but not boring enough that I wouldn't say watch it on a Sunday afternoon. So yeah, caught up on Star Trek Academy. Watched the new episode. Have you watched the new episode yet? You didn't mention it, so okay. So good. Episode 5 got so good. This is episode 6. They're back on the ship. High drama. Oh my God, total did not see shit coming. Character development like you would not believe, so good. So if you're watching the series and you're putting it off, going to watch the new episode, go do it. It is amazing. And I don't say that lightly because I love Trek, but I will criticize it. Not on this one.
Oh,
So
good
good.
for you. Good for you.
I know. And then I splurged a little bit, spent 19.99 and got because I finished out. Damn, girl, the wind. Um, I finished out Doctor Who's the with the Cabaldi years, and watching the last few episodes of that, I actually liked it because I couldn't stand most of his seasons, but the last couple ones, I don't know whether they switched the writing around or what they did, but they actually ended it very well. And then I got the Jodie Whittaker series, which are three series and 2 and 4 specials for 19.99, and I started those. Um, I remember really liking it, and so far I like it, but it's not grabbing me as much as it did before. So yeah, we'll see. Um, the new the I got news for you. The new season has is out there. It's on YouTube. If you don't catch it on I don't know wherever it is, CNN or well,
HBO.
now or where. Okay, cool. I love it, and it's what I need to perk me up watching the news,
Well,
making
I
fun
love
and then
Amber.
make fun of it. Oh yeah.
Amber is just way too funny on the show.
Right.
So, I mean, and I mean that in the best way. She is, I don't know, she just I know I'm going to get a belly laugh out of her at least
Yes.
once in the episode, if not multiple times.
She puts it out there and it hits every time. So yeah. All right. What would you do? A roommate leaves shared spaces messy and promises to clean soon. Do you remind them again, clean it yourself and resent it, or insist on a chore schedule?
I wait until the day before the maid comes and tells them they have to pick up their shit. Or I'll
Well,
just call and cancel the maid.
that's good. That's how you do it when you're a daddy. For me, well, first I would check in to see if they have ADHD and we're having executive dysfunction moment. But for me, I would probably just have a box of their stuff and pick it up and put it in the box and put it
Yeah,
aside
well,
in their
and then what
room.
happens when the box is full? Because it will be,
In their rooms, their problem, not mine.
yeah, unless you share the room.
Uh-huh. Well, that may be your torture, but not mine. I have my own space. All right. Love it or hate it. Imagine. I'm assuming it's the Beatles song, so
Oh, okay. It's fine.
yeah. I didn't understand it or why everybody loved it and cried over it and stuff for so long, but now, yeah, I get it. I imagine. All right. Hey, Chubs. Timothy wants to know, for a birthday dinner, should the entire bill be split evenly or should it be itemized per person and why? No, nothing. Not gonna say
Oh,
anything.
I'm waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Okay. For a birthday dinner, should the entire bill be split evenly or should it be itemized per
No,
person?
I didn't
I
mean
think
I
it can
need you
be
to read it
itemized.
again.
Hey, you know what? I have to absorb it on my time.
Hey, girl.
So I would say that it should be split even that no, that everybody pays for their own shit, but we split evenly the and chip in for the person whose birthday dinner it is so that they don't pay.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I'm sorry, my some of my friends can afford a shit ton more expensive shit than I
well,
do, and
well,
I'm not paying for part of theirs.
okay, and it's not just that.
Okay.
It's also it's not just, oh, we're gonna go and we're all gonna get burgers
Okay.
at a burger place. That'll be great. Okay, we're having a good time. Split it, then you can split it if there's, and it also depends on who you're there with and how many people. But
Hmm.
let's say it's 5 people, you're all getting burgers. The bill comes to, $110. You split it 4 ways with the burger, the free one for
Right.
the birthday boy. Where I start having a problem is when
Hmm.
you all go for burgers, except for one person who's ordering drinks
Uh-huh.
and sides,
Uh-huh.
and they kind of veer off the menu a little bit, and then they go, let's split the bill. I'm like, fuck you. No.
Yeah.
And I know that's terrible. It's just I've gotten burned too many times
Hmm.
by people who think, oh, sure. They go, oh, let's all go out to dinner for my birthday. Okay. And then you get there and then you realize that they expect you to pay for whatever their indulgence is.
Hmm.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
and I think I think
and you brought presents.
right, and I think there's a different right, a
Oh, and what
difference
about
too.
their husband? Do you pay for their husband?
So, so I think there's a difference too when it's somebody that's saying, "I want to go out for my birthday. Come with me. Come. You're invited." Then that to me that implies more on that they're gonna pay their share or whatever. They're inviting you to them, to whereas when a friend, oh, sorry, bumped my mic. If if the friend or somebody else is organizing it and then says, "We're gonna do this for them," to me that's different too. But like you said, usually when I go out with my friends, they want to order beers or shots or appetizers and all this, and I'm like, no, girl, I'm on a limited income. I'm eating my salad or I'm eating my chicken strips or whatever, and I'm having water. I'm not paying for a $15 beer.
Exactly, exactly. And I get that people want to do that, but then
Right.
don't turn around and go, oh, let's split it.
Yeah.
Your bill, my bill should be, $20.
Hmm.
Your bill is $50.
Exactly. Yeah.
I told Timothy this was going to cause conversation
Well,
because
it's true.
it's I've been through this. I've been through this at work. I
Hmm.
threw a fit at work
Yeah.
one time where I bought a $10 burger and they expected me to throw in $28.
Yeah. And and that's the thing too, is that for somebody that's on a limited income like myself, $28 is a chunk.
Well, it's $28 for lunch is a big chunk for
Yeah.
most people. And so I said, look, here's the way we'll work this. I will pay for the birthday person's burger and
Uh-huh.
my burger, and you can split the rest of the bill. And they're
Yeah.
like,
No,
well, no,
that's
there's no
totally,
reason
to
to
me,
do
that's
that. And I
totally
go,
fair.
hey, I'm coming out less with this.
Right.
I'm not paying for people's alcohol and their side dishes when we're all here to have burgers.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Chubs, Timothy wants to know, should public figures clap back at gossip or make the or does that make the drama bigger?
Well, they have to nowadays.
They do, but I
No,
do
no,
get a little bit,
seriously.
I do get tired of it.
Um, look at what happened to Kamala. Look what happened to Hillary. Look what Oh, they go low, we go high. Bullshit, right?
Mm,
Bullshit. No, they go low. You have to go lower with these people.
mm.
So if somebody online is calling you a pedophile and you're not a pedophile and you say nothing about it, then everyone just assumes, oh, they must be a pedophile.
Well, I was actually not looking at it as drastically as that. I was looking at it like, remember the beginning of um, Heartstoppers?
Okay.
Okay, so you had the two boys and they were playing their little, one's gay, one's bi, those are the characters and everything. And then all of a sudden, a slew of people who were mostly right wing or bots or whatever just started flinging shit at the blonde guy on there,
Right.
Kit Connor, about what was he in real life, and just pressing and pressing and pressing until finally he felt that he had to say something, and so he said, "I am bi in real life, and I hope you are proud to make," like, I think he was like 17 or 18 or something at the time, to make me have to come out and say that and not be able to come out on my own time. So,
Well,
and that's the type of thing that I'm talking about, that I think that, ugh, ugh.
but the point I'm trying to make here is that it's gotten to the point where, it's just easier to walk away from, somebody's bullshit, right?
Mm,
It used to be that way, but now with social media and with people looking for answers,
hmm
what's this all about? That you have to stand up and go, no, that I am not a pedophile. No, I am not, an alcoholic. No, I am not a drug user.
yeah.
No, whatever. And because they love to fish that out, especially the right. They're
Oh yeah.
terrible. I'm watching this one guy, and he shows all these people who make videos, stupid videos, insinuating things about people, and it's just like you have to call them on it. If you don't call them on, I mean, I know what you're saying. In the old days, it would have been fine, but
Yeah.
anymore, if you let it go, it's gonna they will run with it, and you'll have to be picking up pieces later on. It's not good.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Chubbs, Timothy wants to know, after a breakup, what do you think is healthier? A clean digital break or a casual social media coexistence?
Oh, clean digital break.
Yeah, um, after a breakup, yeah, for me, it's like, even if eventually we could have kind of a coexistence, for me, it's better if I just, I won't necessarily like unfriend them or whatever from social media, but I will put the filters on so that I don't see their posts, and
Right.
I can kind of let my head be clear of all that.
Well, that's I mean that goes back to what my old thing was, that if you break up with me, you either move or you die. And when I say move, it means move out of the
On their
state.
own, not
Yes.
really. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Move out of the state or die. I don't want to see you. I don't want to
Mm,
hear from you. I don't want people insinuating that we are talking to each other. Nothing. I want a complete separation.
mm.
And
Yeah.
there was another that's a perfect example. I had after the breakup, certain people went around saying that I was the one that caused the breakup.
Yes, that was a lovely yeah, that was
Yeah, so
good.
it's like no, you I want clean cut, and I will call you on your shit.
Mm.
Well, all these questions are working together, aren't they?
Yeah. All right. I remember I remember Atari 2600. I'm assuming you're going to say no.
That's a video game.
Yeah.
Now, was
Well,
that
no, that I think that was the video game system.
that's what I mean.
Oh
It was
yeah.
a system, yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
I remember Atari. I don't know about the number, the 2600 or whatever that meant. I remember that I played an Atari at a friend's house, and it was some sort of Dungeons and Dragons thing, and they made fun of me. And then my father brought home I guess it was an Atari. It was that the Pong where you hook it up to the TV, and then you have the paddles and you do the ping
Sure.
pong thing back and forth or whatever.
Wait, Pong
And
came way before a Dungeons and Dragons game did.
mm, three, 4 years, I think,
Okay,
from
because
where
I
I was. And
oh, that's
it
true. You
wasn't
were
like, well, okay, stop. It wasn't actually named Dungeons and Dragons, but I don't, it
no,
was
I
that
understand what you're
style of
saying. It's
game.
like
Yeah.
Zelda, the Zelda games, which is kind of like Dungeons and
Yeah,
Dragons in a sense.
those came later. Yeah.
Yeah, but
This
the
was just
first
this.
one was doink,
Yeah.
doink, doink,
Exactly.
terrible.
And my father brought it home. He was so proud of himself for bringing it home. I think we played it once and then he broke it. It's the same thing that he did with my train set. He bought me this huge 4x8 thing with green grass and tracks and these little buildings, and it was this train, and he wouldn't let me play with it because he didn't want me to break it, and he played with it one time and broke it. So he had that kind of energy. Anyway, all right, what's in your lunchbox? Mr. Moose wrote in and said, "Hey, girl, hey, I got some cashew chicken today. This was Malaysian style light hot sauce with basil. Hmm. Hmm.
Wait, let me get to it. I was.
I'm waiting.
Oh yeah,
Hmm. I know it's a beautiful photo of it. I don't know if I necessarily want that myself, but
I
the
do.
cashew
I want
chicken I
this.
do like. Yeah. Ordered a quesadilla tonight. Very cheesy. Had onions, which I don't particularly like, but the chicken was delicious.
That's weird. That doesn't not look like a quesadilla. Not a West Coast quesadilla.
No, but I would eat it. I would
Yeah, no,
love
that
it.
looks fine. It looks like a more like a unfolded burrito.
Oh, and I love the way that the grease that they cooked it in is just so lightly on that taco on that shell. Mm. All right, another bundt cake. This is similar to carrot cake, spice cake with grated carrot, sour cream for richness, walnuts for extra flavor. Glaze is a vanilla and cream cheese concoction. Haven't tried this yet, but it smells good and it looks really good too. I was surprised by that glaze for a carrot type cake, but
Oh, I
mm,
thought you were going to mention the way the center.
no, I thought about that, but no, I'm not gonna. That's a
Okay,
different show. All right, I
okay.
cut my spice cake. I must brag on myself. It's good, super rich, lots of walnuts, which interfered with the cut, but not pretty. But it's tasty, very moist, lots of flavor, and from those spices. That's oh, it looks so yummy.
Okay,
Uh,
you wanted to hear what I did? Just this.
yes.
Okay. Um, well, what happened was and I think I saw it on television or something, but um, every once in a while, like at night, if you want something sweet,
Hmm.
if you buy, let's say you get the or a bag of Oreos, right?
Okay.
Okay, so are you going to have just two Oreos? Probably not.
Mm,
Um, Is it a whole bag? Maybe. Depends on my mood. Um,
Mhm.
but what I did was I went out and I got a tube of the cookie dough, the
Oh,
Pillsbury cookie dough,
yeah.
and I've been cutting slices off, cutting them in half, cooking them, so we both get a couple warm cookies in
Mm,
the evening. It takes, like 10 minutes.
yeah.
And because everything's already made. Really, it's a really good idea. And it helps you limit what you do because after you make the first two cookies, you don't want to make more. You
Yeah,
know, I'm too fucking lazy.
that's true.
And so far we haven't gone, let's just make the whole thing. But we've been pretty good on it. And I did make another uh, uh, pineapple upside down cake a couple days
Mm.
ago. I can't believe how fucking easy it is.
I have all my supplies now, including my cherries to add
Ooh,
on. So,
okay.
all right, bought a mini salted caramel pie, Oreo cookie crust, filling made with cream, butter, molasses, and sugar, chocolate topping, so good. I have not seen one of those before, and aside from the Oreo cookie crust, it looks yummy.
Wait, you don't like Oreo cookie crust?
Let's just say Oreos don't do well for me. So,
Really?
yeah. Because I do like Oreos, especially Oreos with a nice big glass of cold milk.
Blech.
But nope. It's better that I just don't. All right. Mr. Michael Sage wrote in and said, "Here's my rich people food, girl. Swordfish with spinach and green beans with I can never pronounce this right. Quinoa?
Quinoa.
Quinoa, thank you. And it looks absolutely yummily expensive, which is a joke between him and I. So, but yeah, it does look really, really
Well,
amazing.
it's a gorgeous plate of food.
Yeah. Yep.
I do miss seafood, but lately it's been just too fucking expensive to,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And when you're saying that, true.
Well, I'm cheaper than you think I am. Hey,
Mm,
um, no, I mean
that's what I heard from your ex. Mm.
it's like when uh Sean gets home, I go, oh, I turned on the heat. And he goes, why don't you just turn on the heat earlier? And it's like, no, no, I don't deserve it, but you need the heat because you just came home from work.
Yeah.
And it's um, like for instance, we found this banh mi place. It makes
Mhm.
full-size banh mi sandwiches for $6.
Oh, wow.
So it's like I told him, anytime you're thinking, oh, I'm kind of hungry, what should I get? Go to this place and get me a banh mi sandwich. And the day that I say no more is the day I need to be slapped to the floor.
Oh, when's that gonna happen?
It's not going to happen.
But sounds fun. All right. See all these great pictures that the boys sent in over at our Facebook group at facebook.com/chubsgonewild. What's in your lunchbox? Don't forget, you can send us anything for that's in your lunchbox or questions or comments or anything over at
Valentine's Day gifts that
chubsgonewild@gmail.com.
you may have gotten.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get any. I didn't get
I
anything.
got a card.
I know. Tell us about that for a moment. Was
Oh,
that from Sean?
no, no, it's my
Oh,
friend Gail.
oh,
And she recently has acquired well, she retired, so now she's making cards for holidays to send to people and stuff like
aw.
that. And I love it. I love I would much rather get a handmade card. And
Mm,
when I say handmade card, I don't mean like a children's crayon handmade card
yeah,
because
no.
that's garbage. No, but a nice card. And it's so funny because I posted it and my niece goes, you need to get a Cricut. And I go, I didn't make the card. I received the card.
Huh?
Cricut is a machine they use to cut papers and uh,
Oh,
it
really?
it's a real nice machine if you're doing like scrapbookers do it a lot because then you get beveled edges and you can You do a lot of
Oh.
things with the paper, so it's great if you're doing like edges for pictures. You know,
Hmm.
if you want a layout type thing, you can do
That's
those.
really
Really nice.
interesting.
But so anyway, it was just that was my card, and
Oh.
Sean and I don't do Valentine's Day because it's a ridiculously expensive, stupid holiday.
Hmm. Okay. All you have to do is go to bed and you pretty much celebrated. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, if you wanted that, that's fine, but the card and the candy and the flower companies have made it unattainable. You
well,
know,
even fucking, Walgreens has made it unattainable. I mean, the damn little, they have three to four candies in one of those hearts that they're selling for like $7 to $10.
right.
It's
Well,
ridiculous.
one of my friends got a large C's heart,
Hmm.
and I looked it up. It was $99
Oh my God.
for just
No.
candy. Now,
Yeah.
but the thing is, you're expected to do candy
Hmm.
or flowers
Hmm.
and a card and take them to dinner.
I know. That's crazy. Well, we got off pretty well when we sent that nice big bag of candy to our Valentine Ms. Bacon. And I got my mom a little metal peacock, like beaded peacock jewelry box type thing. Very, very cool. Very lovely. And then I also got her a little thing of candy and a rose and one single rose. It was pink. And yeah,
And why did you get that for your mom?
because it was handed to me at Outward, and well, I was just at our happy hour, and I was just
Eh,
like, okay, what do I do with this? So I brought it
no,
home and
what you
picked
mean to
them up.
say is we said no Valentine's Day gifts, so she got you one anyway. So
Oh, yeah, no,
you have to make the race to okay,
yeah,
fine. We're doing that. We're doing that shit. Fine. You're gonna be sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I gave
Because
her.
like if Sean showed up with something for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, I'd kill him.
You'd be like on the phone to what Amazon Fresh. What can I get? Yeah. Nope. Didn't get anything, but I always do something for the moms, and she loved it very much. So, but I've also learned that the color of roses, so you have yellow, which is your friendship rose, right? You have red, which is your love rose, and then you have the kind of muddy pink middle one, which is the meh rose, the kind of like, well, if there's no one better, I'll be back kind of rose. So yeah.
And you got your mother the pink one.
Well, I gave my mother the pink one. I got the pink one, but what do I do
Oh,
with the rose?
it's is it that pink? Isn't it more
No,
purple?
actually it was like literally a washed out muddy, did not smell.
Oh,
I don't know.
we're talking roses still. I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about wieners. Okay.
Oh, no. It was a whole different scenario. All right, moving on. It's time for us to remind you that you can get my other projects at justkisstheguy.com.
JustKissTheGuy.com.
And
Or you can, if you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and like and subscribe, leave us a message. It helps with our algorithm. And I think we're over, what, 10 people now?
yeah, I don't know if we actually have an official algorithm yet. We have to have somebody
Yeah. Well,
watch it.
because
Other than Sean, thank you, Sean, for always watching the videos, or at least having him
thank you.
on the background. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. We will catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
This has been a For Fuck's Sake production.